Hello, guys, and welcome to my domain. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let me know once you can hear my voice now that the music has stopped. Wanted to say hi and welcome to my domain. And I am Psycheshire. I am your host. Want you to know the kinds of things we're going to be doing tonight, and some things coming up, and some things that have happened in the last week. Some cool stuff, some stuff that I bought, etc., etc. So, just wanted to say hi, Miss. Hey, Salador. Woot woot. And great, you guys can hear me good. I always wait for that so that I don't get into something and then realize nobody actually heard me. So, anyway, I am Psycheshire. I am your host. Welcome to my domain. This is a highly interactive chat. So, whenever you talk on chat, I'm going to see it. And there's going to be times where I interact with you and I ask you questions regarding the game and we go through and play the game together. It's not just a matter of me playing the game, it is us playing the game. So, quick updates before we start. Thank you, Vin. Vin is one of my mods. I have several. Vin is one of my mods, and he is giving you guys the links to my YouTube, to my Steam, to my Twitter. And so here's some updates. Number one, Blood Hunt is coming out on September 7th. September 7th. And I will be playing it. I will be in cosplay. And somebody told me they thought I need to have blood on me. Might do that. I'm not sure if Twitch will allow me, but if they will, if anybody knows if they will, if I put on their fake blood or something, then yeah, I'm going to cosplay on camera and play Blood Hunt. Um, so very excited for that. So excited, in fact, that I created another server that is a gaming server where if somebody wants to play in teams, they can call to me, get an invite, jump into that server, and then I've got multiple voice chats where people can jump into and play Blood Hunt. I also have Phasmophobia and Dead by Daylight and anything else that would require like teams where people can come and say, "Hey, I want to play Blood Hunt, but I want to do it in a team." And they can join a voice chat and boop, get into a team. So it's not as difficult. It allows the community for Blood Hunt to have a place to go where they can get involved with others in the community because right now the blood hunt community is massive. I'm talking thousands. Thank you, Blood Hunt Central. Woo! Thank you for following. You guys are so cool. Love you, love you. So cool. Eek. But yes, that's the plan is so that we can take a little bit of flood over. And right now it's a brand new server and getting the rules up, getting the channels up, getting mods in place, everything so that it can run very smoothly for the community, the Blood Hunt community, have a place to go that's going to be fun. The only way you can get an invite is through yours truly. So anybody that's interested in playing, come get a wait, you're gonna go to bed now? Don't go to bed now. Come hang out with us. Wah. But I'm glad to have Blood Hunt Central. These are some of the developers of the actual game Blood Hunt. So, wee! Hey, cadaver! Yay! Yeah, I'm glad I did. It's 3:30 a.m. You guys are in like Sweden, aren't you? Oh, you're not one of the developers. You're one of the staff, though. Yes, I know who you are. I mean, I know who you are, but I don't exactly know your title. But I think you're one of the staff, one of the people that works for Blood Hunt itself. Well, damn, you need to tell me. You're famous. Oh, yeah. Okay. You're running the Blood Hunt Central YouTube channel, which is still very important. It's still connected to Blood Hunt. And trust me, I'm going to be flooding you with every clip that I've got and every stream that I do. So you're going to get everything I've got. And I tend to do some whack stuff when I game and say some whack stuff too. But yeah, I'm so glad to have you here. And yeah, get up with me on the other server so that we can make sure we get cool people. Anybody that wants in, including Blood Hunt, staff developers, anybody of the like that wants in there, I am totally cool with that. It's designed to help with the Blood Hunt community. That's the whole reason I made it. It's not something necessarily personal. It's just something I want people to be able to team up if they want to when the game comes out and have a community that's not so massively huge that you can't see or hear people. Hey, Solus! Yo, Solus! Hey, if you want in that gaming server, talk to me after this, message me, and I'll get you in there. Woot woot. So anyway, what we're doing tonight is we're going to be doing the game Out for Blood. Also, in order to prepare, let's try this again. In order to prepare, my fangs are in the way, for Blood Hunt, I bought a new camera, new light system, professional mic. So I got the whole 9 yards ready to go. Hey, Joey, how are you? Excellent. Glad to have you with us tonight. So, got a whole bunch of stuff ready and set up for Blood Hunt. I've also been, because I'm crazy, doing a lot of TikTok videos. So, I'll be doing a lot of TikTok stuff for Blood Hunt and flooding it out on TikTok as well. Thank you for following, Joey. You are so awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, that's what we're going to be doing tonight is we're going to be trying to finish or get through as much as we can for the Out for Blood VTM game. It's a text base. It's going to be using my voice because when Blood Hunt comes out on September 7th, I know I'm going to be consumed with it and streaming here, probably streaming from groups, from teams in that server, or just by myself in cosplay, all of the above. And so I want to make sure I get through this game as well. So, woot. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Solas. That is so cool. Thank you. All right, so we're going to get started because you guys came to listen to the game as well as listen to me talk and tell you about all of this. So, again, if you are part of the Blood Hunt community or you are someone who's cool and wants to play Dead by Daylight or Phasmo in teams or come watch the teams and voice chat and all of that, hit me up on Discord with a message even if you've never messaged me before saying, yo, I want this, then I can see if we can get you in. And then we already started playing yesterday. We had teams going into By Daylight over there because that's, of course, one of my more favorite games, that and Phasmo. So just give me a DM over in Discord and I will make sure that we get you set up. I want to get the Discord good and solid and functioning and ready to go when thank you. That's one of my Discords. That's my main one. It's not the gaming one, but it is the main one. So feel free to jump over there as well. And then you can message me from there to get into the other Discord if you'd like, the other Discord. 'Cause in other words, I have two servers. One's gaming and one is that personal one. So, anyway, I will see you guys, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Right now, we're going to get into this game. You guys ready? Let's rock and roll. Yes, I can still talk about Blood Hunt when I'm doing the game. Trust me, I multitask. All right, guys, buckle up. Here we go. I'm assuming you can still hear my voice. If you cannot, let me know. Alright, so here we go. From your new vantage point, you spot the black Ford Mustang barrel through a sidewalk sign for the Rite Aid and slam into a tree head on. The front of the car bends into a U, and the driver hits the windshield head first. Now that the car has stopped, you and several other bystanders move closer. Workers in a nail salon stare through a window at the scene while billowing white smoke from the engine gives their faces an otherworldly cast. Smartphones are already in people's hands, some calling 911, others filming the aftermath of the wreck. A few victims of the motorized mayhem are splayed across the sidewalk. It's a mix of chaos and amazement, because in this small town, nothing like this ever happens. Such an event marks a place in history in the minds of all those present and those who would hear about it or read about it in days and months and years to come. A fog covers your eyes, a cloud of pure white. You blink to clear your sight, and a vision fills your mind. A man emerges from the car wreckage, a behemoth wearing a mask of blood, who rushes into a crowd and attacks everyone in reach. The edges of your vision ripple like you set fire to a Polaroid. Several outcomes unfold almost in unison, flickering and stuttering like silent movies. In the first, you shout at Duke, who chases after you for a short distance until you collide with someone in the crowd. Another image takes over. One of you tackling him from behind. You wrap your arms around his chest, and he swings you around and throws you off. You slam into the side of his car, back arching in pain. The images fade as quickly as they came, and you stare at the smoking Mustang, the broken glass, and the bent metal in the street. Duke stirs in the driver's seat. When he sits up, his forehead is covered in blood, which trickles down his face and into his thick brown beard. His door rattles and flies open. One of his massive legs step out onto the street, and the crowd gasps and backs away a few steps. "I'll kill every last one of you fucking cockroaches," he yells in a gruff voice, like he swallowed nails. A man steps out of a Buick behind the wreck and steps forward, hands raised in a sign of peace. "Duke, what the hell are you doing, man?" Duke steps from the car and stands, dressed in a plaid shirt and camouflage cargo pants. He stands 6.5 feet tall and has the body of a pro wrestler. Growls, grabs the man who stepped from the Buick, hoists him into the air, and tosses him like a laundry bag. The man flips overhead and smacks into his windshield, which spiderwebs from the impact. Screams erupt from the crowd, and those watching scatter in all directions. Some run towards stores, others back to their cars, and a few fall to the ground amid the mayhem. Any that get too close to Duke are punched or kicked. He screams and chases down anyone in his sight until someone else catches his eye and becomes his temporary target. A small, shaggy dog starts out from the entrance of the diner and rushes over to him, barking and prancing at his feet. It's Baxter, Miss Jenkins' dog, and you see her standing on the sidelines, calling his name. Her voice, her face turning in terror when Duke stares down at the tiny dog. A momentary sparkle of light catches your eye. In the shadow of an alley between two buildings stands a figure with a smartphone in a cage like video rig aimed at the rampaging Duke. You can't make out any details of the stranger. In the pandemonium, you're hit from behind because you were off balance already. You slam into the wall of a laundromat. Though you're not hurt, you find yourself shaken by the impact. You take several breaths to calm yourself. Looking around, you resolve to. Here we go, my fang pack. Here is where you get to choose. You have these options. You don't even have to wait for me to offer. You already know that I will. So from this point forward, when you see these, that means you get to pick one. I take the majority rules. So, number one, you resolve to calm the crowd and direct them to safety. Or two, search Duke's car while he's away from it. Maybe I can find out what set him off, and we can resolve this without anyone getting killed. Three, get Duke's attention and distract him until the police arrive. Four, follow the figure with the video rig. I need to find out who's filming this rampage, despite the risk. 5. Pick up Mr. Jenkins' dog and get it out of harm's way. 6. Place a curse on Duke to disrupt his rampage. 7. Restrain Duke to stop him from hurting anyone else. All right. These are your choices. Hey, Shadow Gamer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Loki. Hi, glad to have you here, Loki. All right, so Loki's thinking too. Search Duke's car while he's away from it. In other words, trying to figure out what set him off. Assuming Duke normally doesn't do this kind of stuff, then yeah, you're thinking 6 as a Rathmetry on Xenoth his ass. 5. So we got a 6, a 5, a 2. So we got a 6, a 5, a 2. Who else is going to get in here and vote? I personally, if this guy is a wrestler, I'm not sure I would try to restrain him, which is the last one, that's 7. Because, I mean, you know. So we got 2 5s. I don't know about placing that curse because we don't really know what's going on with Duke. I mean, I'm a dog person, so getting the dog out of the way would be very cool. The video rig, I'm not sure that's that important right now. Duke's attention and distracting him, I'm not sure you could hold his attention. Maybe. Hey, Barlios. Hey, hey, I'm glad that you're here. We got 2 2s and 2 5s. We need somebody to break that tie. 2 2s, 2 5s. Either searching the car or the dog is where we're at right now. So either save the dog or search the car. What do you think? I mean, I'm a dog person, so I'm leaning 5, but you guys get to vote. It isn't about me voting, it's about you voting. So what do you think? 2 or 5 or one of the other ones? If I got a tie break, y'all know I'm going after the dog, right? Not saying we could make it. What we could do is before we choose, let's check out our stats. Because if you look, dog, the dog, the dog. Think of Avic. Oh, yeah, it's my doggy. It's a role playing doggy. 2 is searching the car. That's intelligence and investigation. Getting the dog is dex and athletics. So if we look at our stats, let's look. Our dex is 1. Our athletics is 1. That's a 2. But even though our intellect is 2, what did we say? It was intellect and what? I think it was intellect and investigation. 2 and 2, 4. Even though our chance is higher on searching the car, I'm afraid if we search the car and we don't get the dog's going to be like dead. Then we're not going to want to, search the car. I'm almost thinking maybe we should get the dog. I don't know if we can, but since we got 2 2s and 2 5s, I'm going to break it with a 5 for the dog. And if we can go back and search the car, that's the next thing that we're going to do, is do that. So let's get doggy. I don't want Doggy to get hurt. Duke glares down at the tiny dog with hesitation. Maybe he sees it as no threat, or his mind can't figure out how to deal with the mop like creature. Maybe some small piece of him feels badly for it. But within moments, Duke leans over to get his face close to the dog, opens his mouth wide, and let loose a snarling howl. From where you stand, 20 feet away, you swear you feel shockwaves from the blast. The little dog cowers and whimpers, backing away like it's tap dancing its way off stage. You move along the sidewalk in a straight line towards the behemoth and the dog. You maneuver around the dozen or so people, all blocking your path as they run in different directions to escape the rampage. Someone bumps you from behind, knocking you into the wall of a flower shop. You fall painfully, disoriented by the chaos. You can't even see around the flow of bodies in front of you. The screams and shouts, all joining into one great tidal wave of discord. You cradle your injured shoulder and stay seated to avoid colliding with anyone else. Hope we can get talking. Sirens blare in the distance, and you see the first signs of flashing lights at the end of the street. Smoke comes out of the hood of a Jeep, and its driver stumbles out with a bleeding cut across his head. A few feet away, a woman lies on the ground, unconscious. The body of Miss Jenkins' dog lies on the edge of the curb, its back bent and broken. Duke pounds his chest, takes a few steps forward, and staggers for another few. He shakes his head and stumbles until he catches himself against a young tree. A police cruiser and a sheriff's car speed around the corner and make their way through traffic. Most of the crowd has dispersed, though many stand and watch from inside shops. Some stay nearby to film the action on their phones. The ambulance pulls up, and Duke rushes at it with a renewed sense of purpose. The EMTs start to get out, but pause. They see him coming and close and lock the doors, remaining inside as Duke crashes against the hood. His thick arms grip each side of the vehicle, and for a moment, you think he's going to pick up the whole thing. Instead, he rambles the ambulance from side to side, slamming the EMTs from side to side. Thank you, Fienden. Thank you, thank you. The sheriff's car is first to pull to a stop. Deputy Sheriff April Maya, who you last saw at the mayor's dinner party, gets out with her taser in hand. Duke, what the hell are you doing? She shouts as she moves towards him. When he doesn't turn, she yells even louder. This isn't like you! You're a good man! Please, turn around and talk to me! He realizes the ambulance and spins to face her. His chest heaving and face a deep, demonic red. Breaks in a full dash towards her. Whoa, stop! She shouts and holds her arms with the taser. Duke, no! She fires the taser, with latches onto his right thigh. His legs go rigid, but he rips out the nodes and tosses them to the ground. Without stopping, he stampedes into her. She lifts her arms and curls her body to absorb the impact, which knocks her back like a pinball and slams her into the Mustang. The state trooper car pulls up and spins to a halt just next to Duke. Two troopers pop out of the car, the closest one to Duke with a baton in hand. Duke kicks the door into the trooper, which sandwiches his body. The trooper crumbles to the ground, half in and half outside his car, body slumped. The other trooper is a large, meaty man, close in size to Duke. He lumbers around the front of the squad car and yanks out his sidearm. "Get your hands up!" Duke lunges at him and grips his throat and arm. They tussle against the side of the cruiser, and the pistol goes flying into the middle of the street. You've never seen anything like this before. Not in Chicago, and certainly not in Jericho Heights. Something tells you there are unnatural forces at work. No one has the strength and fortitude to fight an entire crowd and battle police officers. Is Michaela right about vampires in the Heights? Is there more at work here than anyone could perceive? Duke slams a forearm into the trooper's head, knocking him clean out. No one stands against him now. You hear no more sirens coming, no cavalry storming in. Seeing the story unfold, here's your choices. You got 4. 1. Convince Duke to give up. Maybe if I reason with him, he'll end his rampage. 2. Pick up the officer's pistol and shoot to disable Duke. 3. Help Deputy Sheriff Maya back to her car. 4. Follow the figure with a video rig. I need to find out who is filming this rampage despite the risk. What do you think we should do? You've got convince him to give up, which means talking. 2, pick up the officer's pistol, shoot him. To disable, not kill, disable. 3, help Deputy Sheriff Maya back to her car. 4, follow the figure with the video rig. Find out who's filming. What do you think? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Shadow Gamer is saying 1. I mean, me? I'd shoot him. I'd shoot him to disable him so he can't hurt nobody else. Then we'll figure out what the heck is going on. But I would certainly shoot him without even thinking twice. Like I said, it's to disable. It's not to kill. It's just disable. I don't know if helping the sheriff back to the car is going to be the best option. I am curious why they keep talking about that video rig, making me wonder, because one of the thoughts in my head was, is the person with the video rig actually videoing it, or are they causing this? That was something I thought about. Somehow using the video not to take the picture or take the video, but causing him to react like this. Although I don't know of a discipline in VTM where you would use a video camera to cause that. So, not exactly sure. We've got a 1 from Shadow Gamer, a 2 from Loki, a 2 from Barlios. So right now it's leaning towards 2. I'll give it another minute or so, and then let's see where we're at. But it's leaning 2. 2 for Solus. Yep. I think that's kind of where we're headed. So let's go ahead and pick 2. Pick up the... We're going to shoot somebody. Sweet. Sounds bad, but, No one is left to stop Duke. You creep forward and shoot your eyes back and forth between him and the pistol. Though the trooper lies at his feet, Dupe keeps yelling incoherently at him and slamming his hands on the roof of the squad car. He's so distracted and enraged, he doesn't notice you behind him. When you reach the officer's sidearm, you bend and grip it in your hands, fumbling at the last moment. The metal rattles against the hard cement. Duke cocks his head in your direction and spins. He takes a few slow steps in your direction. You raise the gun and fire. Unfortunately, you're so rattled that the shot buries itself into the side of the squad car. You fire again, but aim too high, and your next shot hits the squad car again. Your hands shake, and your sweat makes the grip slip in your hand. With a barbaric yell, he rushes at you. Running backwards, you trip on the curb and tumble onto your back. His form grows larger before you, and you don't have any time to move out of his way. You hold out the pistol and pull the trigger over and over and over again. Somewhere in there, you close your eyes. When you open them again, you see Duke spread out on the asphalt, his body still. He's not breathing. Yeah, I see that Dex is low. Yeah. Well, you know, yeah. Chapter 5. This town ain't right. Though I felt very weak, I did not feel ill. And strength, one always fancies is a thing that may be picked up when we please. Joseph Sheridan, Lafanu, Camarilla. You sit on a wooden bench outside Dimple's laundromat, watching the tumult of law enforcement, EMS workers, firefighters, news reporters, and onlookers. Pandemonium. You're staring into the heart of chaos. A state trooper walks behind you. He's a sandbag of a man, a solid slab of body with a flat face and a bald head. He marches towards you with the look of someone who's already worked long hours today. I'm Trooper Stewart. Pleased to meet you, though I wish it were under better circumstances. Hello, Trooper. The deputy told me, the one who brought down Mr. Bowie. How are you feeling? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1. I didn't want to kill him. I was just trying to stop him from hurting anyone else. 2. I feel great. I just watched a guy terrorize a bunch of innocent people and then beat up several cops. Oh, and I killed him. Yep, feeling great. Or 3. I was just trying to disable him, but I've never fired a gun before. I didn't know what else to do. Or 4. I'm fine. The guy needed to be put down. Someone had to do it. Or 5. I'm not doing well. Duke Bowie shouldn't have had to die. The police in this town weren't prepared to handle the situation. So what are we doing? 1. Didn't want to kill him, trying to stop him from hurting others. 2. I feel great. You're going to be a smart butt here. Yep, feeling great. 3. Trying to disable him, never fired again. 4. I'm fine. Somebody had to do it. 5. I am not doing well. So what are we thinking, my chat? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. All right. Solus is thinking. So we got 2, 2, 3. We've got 4 or 5, 3. We got 2 threes. Finden and Shadow Gamer. Fiendan, I think. Tell me if I said that wrong. Fiendan has a 3. Shadow Gamer has a 3. So we've got a 4 or 5 established dominants. Solus is saying 2. So 2, 1, 2, or Boleus, is that a 2 for you too? It might be 2 twos, 2 threes, and either a 4 or 5. So we're leaning between 2 and 3, which is the smart butt response on number 2, or number 3 being kind of honest and saying, I didn't know what else to do. Fiend Dan. Fiend Dan. Okay. Oh, that too is from last time. Okay. So, Fiend Dan. Thank you. I hope I got it right. So it looks like we got 2 threes and either a 4 or 5. So, yeah, 3, kind of liking 3. And Loki's thinking of 1, which, true, that was my original intention, is we weren't trying to kill him. But I'm wondering if saying that they didn't know how to hold a gun might be important here, because technically that is murder. So we're trying to figure out, these are cops, and even though it's kind of obvious what kind of chaos went on, maybe saying that might help. So we've got 2 threes. Right now, that's in the lead. So, up there goes 3 threes. We're going with 3. Trying to disable him, but never firing again. The trooper nods slowly. In situations like these, you gotta make snap decisions. You made the right one. One man may be dead, but it saved the lives of many others. You shake your head. Everything was happening so fast, and the officers and deputies were down. I had to do something. I'm sorry you had to accept that burden. Taking a life is never easy. He holds up his notebook and writes something. Normally, we'd ask you to come down to the station, but we're a bit short-staffed at the moment and want to get all the details as close to the event as possible. First, though, do you need any medical attention? No, I'm fine. Now then, let's go over what happened. Did you know Mr. Bowie before today? No, I've never met him. The trooper jots down notes. Tell me in your own words what happened here from the beginning. Please be as detailed as possible. You have 4 choices. 1. Tell him every detail I can remember to help with investigation. It may also help my standing in the community. 2. Give enough details to satisfy the interview. I'd rather not be a key witness. 3. Share some details and try to draw out information from the trooper to learn what he knows. 4. Offer very little information. I have other things to do. What do you think, Fang Pack? 1, 2, 3, or 4? What are you feeling? I kind of like... I don't know. Number 1 feels good. Number 3 feels good. So what are you thinking? And here's my logic. If you do number 3, you see what that guy knows. So it's not just you giving information, you're getting some back. Maybe. But also, see, I'm stuck between 1 and 2 because you really don't want to be a key witness, but you also don't want to hold back information. So you're kind of at a catch-22. Shadow is thinking 1. Tell him everything. Tell him everything, be honest, and let it all go. Kind of feeling that. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of going between 1 and 3. You're a la Zombra. Obliged to pick a 3. Yeah, kind of feeling either 1 or 3 is what I'm feeling. But remember, you guys get to vote. Regardless of what I think, I could think 4. Doesn't matter. Whatever you guys think, you guys are playing this game with me. Spend on the. All right, well, let's look at the stats. Now, the first one is telling everything is intellect and awareness. 3, finding what the person knows is manipulation and subterfuge. So remember those. If you voted 1, remember intellect and awareness. If you voted 3, remember manipulation and subterfuge. Let's take a look and let's see what the stats show. On our stats, we have intelligence of 2, manipulation of 3. We've got subterfuge 2. What was the other one? Manipulation 3. Can't remember. What was it? Oh, intelligence awareness versus manipulation subterfuge. All right. Intelligence is 2. Awareness is, where's awareness? 4. So that's a 6. And then manipulation, subterfuge is 2, manipulation is a 3. So we got a 5 on the one with manipulation. We got a 6 on just blurping out the truth. So, knowing these thoughts, I mean, it's so close. I could see either one. So, what are your thoughts, my friends? I'm kind of. We've got 2 3s and a 1. So I think we're going to try 3. And then if we don't get anything, we'll tell them everything. We'll see. Let's give it a shot. Trooper Stewart is not the only one investigating Duke's rampage. You have your own suspicions. And the trooper may have some of the answers to your questions. You recount the events of the past half hour, but prompt the trooper to fill in some details. I've never seen someone do what he did, you say. It's like he was on drugs or steroids or a mixture of the two, wouldn't you say? Maybe something synthetic? Trooper Stewart says. We'll have the lab look at his blood and do a full panel. You continue to counter-question the trooper, but don't manage to draw out much more information. It seems has little to share this early in the investigation. The rarity of the event has pulled in interest from across the state. A few freelance journalists from the city roll into the scene, and police officers and members of the sheriff's office block off the road and wave away the reporters, all racing to get the story for the 6 o'clock news or the next edition. Their cameras film Duke Bowie draped in a sheet being loaded into the back of a van marked Coroner's Office. You turn back to Trooper Stewart. What happens next? Methodically, he tucks the notebook under his arm, clicks the end of the ballpoint pen, and shoves it into his breast pocket. You can see in his expression that he's searching for the right words. You've given me your statement, and that's the first step. Other members of the police, sheriff's department, and possibly even the mayor's office may want to go over this statement or have specific questions for you. I doubt you'll need a lawyer, because so many eyewitnesses corroborate what happened here. You shot Duke Bowie in self-defense. Is there anything else you'd like to state now? All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, good luck on your investigation. I hope we meet again under better circumstances. Or 2, I'm starting to wonder if there are unexplained things going on in this town. I say hinting at the possibility of paranormal events. Or 3, nothing to add. Can I go now? Or number 4, How are Deputy Maya and the police officers? Which way do you want to go with this? Number one, two, three, or four? One, good luck. Two, there's some whack stuff going on. Three, nothing to add. Can I go? Four, how are Deputy Maya and the other officers? What are you thinking, my fang pack? Shadow's thinking four, asking about the officers. That's always a nice thing. Um, I mean, I kind of like four. I kind of like two. Two people for four. So we've got two people for four, Shadow and Fiend Dan. So I got Shadow and Fiend Dan. And both are saying four, which is asking about the officers. What else are you thinking? Anybody else want to ride in on this vote? Because right now it's leaning on asking about the officers. But if you've got something else, please throw your vote out. I'm feeling. You think four? Four, you suppose? All right. We'll be nice. We'll ask about that. Trooper Stewart's face takes on a different expression, a cross between hopeful and upbeat. They're doing well. Thanks for asking. When you respond to a call for a car crash, you sure don't expect to be attacked by someone acting like a pro wrestler gone berserk. All three of those law officers are badasses. They'll need a few days, but they'll be just fine. More state police cars show up, as well as some vehicles marked DeKalb Sirens blare and the flashing lights remind you of real crime scenes, Chicago crime scenes. Did you bring the city with you? One more thing. Please don't talk about what happened here today, even to friends and family, and especially not the news. This is an active investigation. Thanks for your time. Stay safe. With a respectful nod, Trooper Stewart leaves you. And we gained 3 experience points. Woot woot. What do we got next? Lacey Pendleton lives in a quiet cul-de-sac hidden from the cameras of Google Street View. So it takes a while for you to find the entrance. You pass an all too fancy restaurant, Cafe Radicchio, where the wind blows white tablecloths on the outdoor seating. And the special of the day is tempura shrimp over hearts of palm. A cobblestone walkway splits through a garden and leads to the front door of a 2-story brick and stone house. Stepping onto the porch, you hear long creaks from the weathered wood. You ring the doorbell and wait for less than a minute before Lacey answers, or at least a version of her answers the door. Her skin is pale, and her cheeks drawn. When she swings the door open, it's a chore from an otherwise spirited woman. Chaos, what are you doing here? I found your iPhone last night after the dinner party and thought I'd bring it over. I hope you don't mind me showing up at your house. Oh my God, thanks for bringing it. Come in, come on in. She steps to the side and swings the door even wider. She is dressed in a long blue robe with blocks of different animal prints. You hand her the iPhone, and she gives you a brief smile. What's your phone number? I want to put it in my phone right now in case we ever have to get in touch. I'm sure I'll be losing my phone again, she says. You shoot her a text, and she replies. She takes a drink of orange juice from a tall glass on an end table and sits in a love seat. Sorry you caught me in my robe. I woke up feeling exhausted and lightheaded. I've been drinking orange juice all day, and I hate orange juice. If it weren't for the fact that my daughter loves it, I wouldn't even have it in the house. Have a seat. She points to a floral patterned couch. Did you go out clubbing after the dinner party last night? Lacey scoffs. Yeah, right. Nightclubs don't exist in Jericho Heights, and I wouldn't even know where to look for one in Aura. It's strange that I feel this way every few months. It's like I have a recurring flu. I really can't afford the downtime. All right, we got 5, guys. 5 things to think of. Number 1, have you gone to a doctor? I've heard Dr. Lobo has a clinic not far from here. 2, hung out with any vampires lately? I say in a joking manner. Number 3, is there anything I can help you with, like running errands or going to the store for you? 4, you could have anemia or just a bug going around. After all, you work at a school and children are breeding grounds for germs. Or 5, are those the only symptoms you're experiencing? Kindred used Dominate to get her to drink orange juice. I was like, okay, so if a vampire fed from her, why does she want to drink orange juice? Somehow that just totally threw me. Like, what would be the point? Why would she want to drink orange juice? Somehow I'm missing that part. One of those you get kicked out of the house. Gets you kicked out of the house, you forgot. Oh, uh-oh. So if we say one of the wrong things, we're going to get kicked out of our house. It probably hung out with any vampires lately. I don't know. I mean, I think if you asked to help running errands, you'd be okay. I don't know. Talking nasty about school, though, might be a thing. I mean, I don't know. If one of those were to get you kicked out, I would think it'd be either number 2 or number 4. But I don't know which. That's what I would think. What do you think? I I don't know. I think if I were going to go to vote, I would probably do 5 or 3, maybe. Maybe 1. You're thinking 4? Oh, you're thinking the school one, Shadow. Shadow, are you thinking the school one? That's the one when you say you could have anemia or it's a bug going around. Is that the one you're thinking? And that could be a good one. Could indeed. What do you think? Not sure. Yeah, you're thinking anemia? Okay, you're thinking 4. What does anybody else think? Give everybody a chance to get a quick vote in there before I pick. If I pick, I'm going to go with 4 because that's what your vote is. And cross fingers you don't get kicked out of the house. Maybe. Which, maybe getting kicked out's okay. I don't know. Alright, now Loki says 5. So we got a 4, we got a 5. Somebody want to vote for one or the other and break it? If you're thinking either 4 or 5, tell me. so that you can break it. 4. Barleyhouse is thinking 4. You don't want to jinx it. Whew. Let's cross our fingers. Y'all hope we don't get kicked out. We're trying to be nice. I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious there's something whack going on. Whew. All right, we're going to go. We're going 4. Lacey's laugh, high pitched and cackling. Sounds like a witch from a Disney movie. You're definitely right about kids and germs. The coughing, sneezing, and the touching everything. And the staff is no better. I wouldn't be surprised if the CDC found bubonic plague in that school. Michaela's words come to mind. Vampires live here. Lacey's symptoms sound too much like the blood loss to ignore. But you can't help but wonder if Michaela is onto something. But how can you find the truth? Sneak around Bleakrest House at night with your neck exposed? Chaos, you okay? Lacey asked with a look of concern. You zoned out for a minute. Sorry, I was lost in thought. What did you ask? I just got an alert on my Citizens app about some commotion over on Chestnut Street. Did you see what happened? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to stop here, and here's why. We're going to pick this back up on Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do this again. But before you leave, don't leave. Just wanted to remind you, if you are interested in the server that I have, the Blood Hunt, Phasmo, Dead by Daylight, gaming on, where you can choose to game in teams. It's basically a server designed for people to join and be able to play games with other people in groups on voice chat. If you're interested in something like that, or even to go watch others do that, please make sure you let me know so I can give you a link. The only person that can give you a link is me. And I did that so we could make sure that those coming in are not trolling and they're not spamming. So if you're interested in jumping into that, please message me over on Discord and let me know. If you're not on Discord with me, you can message me here. You can also message me on Twitter. Either way, I will answer you because I'm not one of those people that just doesn't. I will. Let me see if I can send the Twitter thing from here. It may do it, it may not. I'm not sure. But yeah, go ahead and check me on Twitter. I'm under Psycheshire on Twitter. I'm under Psycheshire on YouTube, Psycheshire on Discord. Well, I mean, just Psycheshire on everywhere. And yeah. Message me if you're interested in getting involved in that and I can get you in. It has been a true honor. Thank all of you for coming and hanging out. We're going to keep going with this story on Wednesday and try to get through it so that we can get done with it before, or at least close before Blood Hunt comes out. Because I can tell you on September 7th, y'all know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing Blood Hunt in cosplay, on camera, like a crazy Banu Harley Quinn. Yeah, my brand new good camera and lighting system so that I could be crazy and enjoy this game like I did before. So everybody have a good night. By the way, if you guys want me to stream more than just the 2 days, all you gotta do is message me. If I have a lot of people that say, hey, I would like you to do this on Thursday too, or another day, if enough people say that, I'll do it. I'm fine with that. I like hanging out with you guys. So I honor all of you being here. Thank you. It has been a true pleasure. Thank you for hanging out. And I'm going to go get on Discord in my gaming server and I'm going to go game. So if you want to come play Dead by Daylight or Phasmo, come look me up. I'll see you later, guys. It's been an honor. Mwah. For all those that followed, thank you. If you haven't followed yet and you want to, do so. If you are just hanging out just to check it out, that's cool too. Maybe in the future I can earn your follow. You guys are amazing. Love ya. Out of here. Bye.